Hello, good morning. My name is David Lebnam. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about cucumbers. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen that last week I repotted my cucumbers and they were looking healthy, they were looking really good. But yesterday, when I was giving them some water, I realized that they're already starting to grow some little cucumbers. And if a cucumber plant is starting to flower already at this stage, it means that something is not really right. Like in some way, it's stressed out, and I'm not really sure why it is. My guess is that I planted the seeds in pots that were too small, so they outgrew the pots. Because when I took them out from the original pots, the small one, it had a lot of roots. And what might happen is that the plant thinks that it's fully grown already, or that it has reached to its full potential, so it starts to flower because it thinks that its life cycle is almost over. So that's my guess. I'm not really sure. But this might make it even. So I'm gonna try to remove the flowers, and it might start to grow again. But just to make sure, I'm gonna plant some more seeds. So that's what we're doing today. I have this new method that I haven't tried before either, so I'm gonna show you how I do that. And you can try it as well, because this is a method that I really believe in. So that's what we're doing today. Okay, so here's how we're doing this. Instead of using these small pots that I used before for the first batch of cucumbers that I planted, and also for the tomatoes and chilies, we will be using these pots here that are a little bit bigger, because the cucumbers they grow a lot faster than both chilies and tomatoes. So in these pots, it will just have more space to grow. What we're also doing is that we are going to use potting soil that I have here, and also the seed starting mix. So we're gonna put 2/3 of potting soil in the bottom of the pot, just like this. And in the top third, we will use seed starting mix. So the seeds will germinate in the seed starting mix. And then once the roots start to grow, they will reach the potting soil. So I have a pot variety here of cucumbers. It's the first time I use these seeds here, and we'll see how they do. It's always fun when you get a new variety, just to see how they do differently than seeds that you planted before. And cucumber seeds really don't like to have their roots disturbed. So doing it like this, it means that we won't have to repot the cucumbers at all. So that's the first one, that's done. I'll put it here to the side. This is not really complicated, but it's good to have these things in mind. That one was broken. To have these things in mind while you're doing this. So I'll do one more, 2/3 of the potting soil, and 1/3 on the top with seed starting mix. I think this will work. I really think this will work. So that goes in there, just like that, pat it down, make a little hole. And it goes in just like that. Boom. So what I will do, now is that since now is May, it's the beginning of first week of May, or second week of May actually. So it is starting to get warmer, in the days especially, but the nights are still cold. So after I plant these in these pots here, I'll have them inside, wait for them to germinate, and as soon as they germinate, I will start taking them outside in the days, but I will take them in the night. Because you want to wait until the nights are at least, say, 10 degrees Celsius on an average at least before you take them outside, because they won't really do well outside if it's colder than that. So one more goes in, just like that. So as I said, with the first batch of cucumbers that I planted, I will try to remove the flowers and I will see how they do. They might live still, but I'm not sure, so I'm doing this just to make sure I have some cucumbers this year. The first variety I planted was also a pot variety, a different one from this. So we'll see how they do. Seeds that I mix on top, just like that. Just like that. So hopefully by the time the nights are a little bit warmer, these will have reached a decent size so that I can plant them outside. And these cucumbers here are supposed to go in these big pots that I have waiting here. So hopefully sometime next week, I will put some new fresh soil in these pots here so they are prepared. Because that's a thing that is always kind of like a hassle with when growing on a balcony like this, is the space. So I don't really have a lot of space to be messing around with huge amounts of soil. So I'll show you how I do that. I'll probably make a video on how I prepare my soil as well, because that's interesting to see. So it goes inside. This is the last seed here, and I'm also, normally I plant 2 seeds in each pot, but I'm gonna try to only plant 1 seed in each pot. Because as I said before, the cucumbers really don't like to be disturbed, so I'm gonna try to only repot them once, and that is when they go in the big pots that are supposed to grow in. So that's the last one. Like I said before, I've never tried this method before, but I really think this will work. If you haven't planted your cucumber seeds yet, it's not too late. It's still pretty early in the season, and like I said, cucumbers grow really fast. They can mature in like 60 days if the weather is decent. If you have a different method of planting cucumber seeds that works well for you, please let me know in the comments below, because I would love to try that out. As I said, I'm also here to learn as much as I'm here to teach you. This was a pretty quick video. I've been pretty busy this week, so I haven't really had a lot of time to be planning a longer video, but I'm happy I'm still getting a video out. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep planting your seeds, stay healthy and stay well. And I will see you next week. Bye.